Hi Aquarius. This is your Pisces season reading, March 2024. Welcome, welcome. I didn't say this in the last one. I'm trying to remember to say this. Thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed, shared, commented, anything, and all the support that you have given me so far. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I just wanted to acknowledge that, and I really appreciate you being here. And let's get started because the first card has come out, but I did want to say thank you that we're almost there. Another step on the way. All information to work with me one-on-one is below, as well as the extended version to this reading, which are getting so good. They are on Patreon, but there are examples of them out. I do put them out sporadically throughout the month as I release the videos for the current month, if that makes sense. But you can check for everything below and at my channel. The first card out is the Sun card. Wow. The Sun card. So a few things, but I'm gonna let another card fall out. But the first thing that is coming to my mind is about exposure. Exposure, being seen, enjoying. You're like, yay. Ah, yay. Okay. So during a time where you feel maybe exposed, perhaps, or what you're being exposed to as well as being seen is for all that you have done, for all that you have recognized, for all that you are already have, right? What you're already enjoying. And yes, the enjoyment that you're having, but also how whatever's not being utilized, right? Whatever's not being noticed, how it can just sit there. And there's something about this that makes you realize that you may want to do more with this energy that you're receiving, with more openness, open-hearted energy. And it looks like towards the end of the month is when this will come into place, because we do have sword cards out and a lot of Libra energy too, but air sign shit, whatever has been weighing on you, maybe whatever you've been weighing out, Justice card, and whatever you've been maybe waiting on legally, there's going to be able to be a fresh start, which needs your discipline and focus. An opportunity for lots of change and quick change, and the ability to not necessarily overcome the doubt, but see it and use it as fuel for the change. Fuel for the change. I didn't even see that card. For this very clear transformation. This transformation that has gone through your body and is now entering your brain and now extending to your life. The decisions you make are reflecting this. What deserves your energy? It's up to you. Because what we can gather by everything that has been moving through you, now that Pluto has entered your sign, you now are maybe beginning to really feel this effect, because we will talk about it because the Death card is out. What's fueling you is the being able to see very clearly the change that is coming and the change that is occurring. The idea that you've had and the ability to bring it into the world, or change in a way that you've needed to, that makes more sense for you, where things end and things begin. You are now extending it to your physical world and it's becoming a part of your world, but first you need to clear up some things in your life. That looks like This keeps happening. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Hold on. We'll just do it in the dark if we have to. Just like, you know. I'm just kidding. Okay. But this may open up a part of you that's so deep within you. This part that's existed far beyond even this version of your life, Pisces season. This was very quick, right? This just came out. You're ready to hear, you're ready to see and evolve from this place. You're no longer making decisions rashly, you're making them calculated. You're not making them as a power move, right? You have justice with the sword and the scale. You chose the sword. It's okay to choose the sword. And then how you use the sword and what you have behind you, it's that strategy, that strategic part of you that knows when to cut things off, that knows when the end is near. You almost feel it, and that's a part of what can fill you up or make or stress you out or cause some nervous tendencies, even anxious tendencies, but I don't want to like put that on you. You know, people use these words without weight so much, and even I have done it as well. But these stimulants, these feelings, these nerve endings, all of these things, now that you realize and are in a different space, you can realize what no longer is worth your energy, because if you're feeling a certain way, you're not just in your head. Pisces season brings you into your body using your mind, right? In a way that is so beneficial to the road ahead, right? But cutting things off isn't always easy. People would like to say that about you because you have this dissociative nature, this aloof nature. Yes, but you also have the ability to say no. Out of all the air signs, you can lay it down and decide and only go from there. If that change isn't happening for the future, you're going to feel it up until that point, perhaps. That you may feel the anticipation in many different ways, the discomfort, like, oh, like, gosh, life is changing. These are the world card is the 4 fixed signs. Death is Scorpio, fixed sign. Leo, Sun, fixed sign. This is fixed energy. When one thing changes, everything does. Doesn't mean it's right away, but it will. And it's happening. I can't look away from this Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords. The moment you notice this, you'll see someone maybe come in quickly and try to defend themselves or make a big scene. Or the part of you, right? I like to use both. There's a big scene within yourself. You feel you're like so sure, but there's still this like overwhelming sense of maybe doubt or fear that comes in. And you realize that if it's a physical person taking it out on you or you taking it out on yourself, it's something that you see to an extent. Not moving on, not allowing the doubt to overcome you, instead of acknowledging that it's a part of the process. It's that internal, are you sure? And most people have that, but some people don't. Some people are really just have been trained and they've learned and been supported and grown in a way where they just do. They don't think about it. They're just like, oh, great, let me go do it, right? You may have like, I'm like that, but in which ways, right? This is asking for a specific way. This is about your personal power. This is about your life. This is about what's transforming over time. And right now, it's this yes, you're feeling this great energy before you have to make eclipse season's making it. You're making it together, right? You're making it together. Sit with sureness. What does it feel like to sit with being so sure about something without actually acting upon it yet? Just sit with it. Notice what you experience within your body. And I know we talk about this a lot, but I think it's really important to remind you. Sit with your body and notice how you feel about being sure about something. And then keep going from there, like do the rabbit holes, like, okay, what does that feel like? Where is it in your body? What have you experienced? And how is this maybe a new experience that's connecting you to the change that's already been happening and going to occur? It will come full circle to you, and it won't be without an edginess, right? We have the swords, but also fixed, I see more like squares where they just like have to turn, you know? They have to turn on a side in order to balance. And I think you know this about yourself, which this reading seems like there's so much more patience for your process here, regardless of anyone else's perception or anyone who is important to use perception. Yes, it's important, but if it's for your highest good, of course there can be a conversation, of course there can be each other's problems, but if someone's coming at you from their own doubt, you have to know that some people are just not going to understand your moves forward because they don't get it. They don't get why you want to do such and such thing. They don't get it. They come at you because they're afraid. They're doubting. Right? It could also be that the expression of your own doubt coming out in your life, but it still has to do with something in them or else it wouldn't come out. Right? But one thing we do know is that you have a lot to offer already. And it's waiting. The world's waiting for it. And I think you're going to give it to the world, and the world's going to give back to you. And then this transformation is going to continue to happen. And it's not that it doesn't. Of course, it's going to feel like an opening and expansion at first. It may feel weird. You may have great emotions, but this opening of your heart. And I was talking to Scorpio about this, and I want to tell you, because the Scorpio card also comes up, but I want to see, and we had an emotional video, if you want to go check that out or feel inclined to. But what I've come to be reminded of in a way through this experience is that a lot of times when we find healing, we want to give it to others. So we do the thing that has brought us healing, and we become that thing to help others heal, which ultimately is still healing ourselves. Ultimately is bringing us to our purpose, our true purpose, right? Which has been talked about in many philosophies that all feel like the same thing, is remembering that, you know, you're loved as you are. Having people see you in that way of healing, as you're helping them heal, is healing you. People seeing you go through this transformation because it seems a little more public, or they're noticing it publicly. It's publicly noticed, whether it's in public that it's happening, right? It could be very, but it doesn't look like there's many people around, even if you're in a public place. It's just maybe in your mind it also feels a lot bigger, but it will be noticed and you will get recognition for it. Positive and negative, I'm sure. 6 of 6. But it's vulnerable, and it's you giving to you. You know, it's spreading throughout. And of course, the past few years that have been kind of, you know, with Saturn and Pluto and Saturn, it's just been a lot. And now there's just this opening that you haven't had. So it's like preparing you to be open and to experience the change. And you may just run into exactly what you need. I'm like, I just want it to be longer. No, I'm kidding. We're just gonna go right into the next part. And if you're guided to do anything with the heart, I always think of roses, and I was reminded of roses. So rose, flowers. My flowers are dying, but they still look beautiful. Flowers, oh, flowers. Essence therapy is just coming to mind. And then we also have the flower here. So I don't know, something to do with flowers, maybe, maybe not, but take it if you will. I love them myself. Very Venusian, Justice card. Any way you can bring beauty to the death, you are doing it. I'm excited for us to get into the next season. I'm so excited for next season. It's too much. I'm like, let's do, but these readings have been, wow, powerful. Okay, we'll see you in the next part. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And if you can, continue to share, continue to like. I really appreciate it. Comment. And we'll see you next month.